Hey everybody,
Hey,
welcome. We are so good at this.
we are. We've done it so many
Welcome
times
to.
now.
I know, right? I mean, you would think. Anyway, it's good. We'll get there. Someday the dance will be so perfect, we'll break the internet.
Be
Yeah,
great.
yeah, I can see it happening. Here we are. We're ready. We're doing this. So today, welcome, Adept Icarus YouTube channel. We're here. We're going to do some design. We're gonna do some game design. It's like we designed this realm for the Empress and made rules and made it a playable realm. Pretty much one of the very first things we did once we had any idea what we were doing with this game, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was the very first one we did. We're like, okay, well, let's see what one of these would look like potentially. And then this
Right?
is what we made.
This is what we made. This is what we made. And I think it's been through a couple of revisions since then as we've kind of aligned it with the rules as we've changed them over time a little, but it hasn't seen like a major shift. Like the realm at its core has been the same. And so, Monday we brought in Kenta, the artist. We brought in Katie to help us, and we really added some additional cool things, I think, to this realm that are gonna make it feel more whole and better.
It has so much more dimension to it now.
It really
I
does.
was like just really, really impressed with how I was like, oh, I feel like I get it now. And it's way better than we first came up with.
It really is. Yeah. Hmm. So this will be fun. Now we get to go
Like,
apply some of that, right? We're gonna put
we better because we did the whole stream of it, and there's no
better.
sense in leaving good ideas on the table.
No, no. We can leave all the bad ideas on the table. That's fine.
Mhm.
Just not the good ones. Well, how do we want to go about this? Do we want to just do maybe a quick review of what we put together last time and then start figuring out how we want to present that to people who would play
That sounds like
as a, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Let's do it. That sounds like a good idea.
Okay, let's bring it up. So, I'm zoomed into a weird spot here. All right. So here's our big board for the Empress. Some cool stuff in here. Just a few things that we decided to exclude from the Empress. We're going to, the normal things plus no Fae. There are no Fae here. It's not allowed. No technology, no pirates, no traditional magic, no excessive violence, no unnatural or artificial anything. These are all like you can't. There are no Tupperware containers. There are no, I don't know, cyborgs. Only
Plastics.
natural biological things, I guess, right?
Hmm.
I
Occurring
would say
naturally in
that I'd
nature.
even go so far, yeah, I'd go so far to say, you don't have like glass, probably, right?
Really? No glass. Yeah, pottery. I feel like could probably be big here though.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. Or maybe you just carve things out of like wood or whatever. But yeah, pottery could maybe work.
Oh,
It's, yeah, interesting stuff. No cities or urban jungles and no humans. So if you're a human, you're out. Get out of here.
get out of here.
Cool. Do we want to talk about our universal items here? You want to review
Yeah,
these
for
ones
sure.
first? Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. So, the black sticky notes here are the ones that we originally brought over from our world. And then all of our brand new ideas are down right below them. So we knew that we wanted to have this kind of like this mother nature knows best and like using the elements from nature to create little potions or salves or concoctions. So we have witchcraft in here. Um, this is not in a very serious realm, but they have a very complex relationships that border on nonsense, like just very elaborate social constructs,
Hmm.
like acorn leaving at the doorstep, things like that. And we
Yeah.
decided this is kind of be like a hobbitish like vibe, friendly neighbor, hello there. Their problems are small in comparison to some of the other realms we've built. Like the tower. The tower is full of problems, and this is its like antithesis, I think.
Yeah, they do seem very at odds with each other, for
Hmm.
sure. Also, though, a very kind of elemental type
Mm.
of realm, the tower in some ways. So, yeah, interesting. Cool. Well, let's talk about our big picture items. So we've got a couple of things here that made the cut. One thing, and I think this will come into play probably in our falling age for the Empress, is volcanoes can change everything. Um, we also had uh, gender is a finer line, so we think, maybe gender isn't a focus, or maybe these naiads and dryads who live here aren't really gendered. How are there more of them? Are they
Hmm.
like grown from under a tree leaf, or do they emerge from the roots? I don't know. Interesting.
They
Or
come out of a flower or a clamshell.
yes. Yeah, it could be something like that. That could be really fun. But they may express they may do expressions of gender, like based on how they dress and appear and things, I think, but it's not so much about who they are, it's how they want to express themselves, I think, right?
Hmm. Absolutely.
Um, yeah, and then we have romance is taken very seriously. There are rituals performed to heighten bonds and connections. So that's a thing. And then we have the Waterway Agreement, which is a social battle that allowed the naiads to create a web of rivers across the continent. So they got the accords through the Waterway Agreement so that they could make more of the realm accessible to them, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And
exactly what I was picturing.
yeah. And then finally we have many, 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 many recipe books, from food to remedies, all kinds of recipe books. So that is one way that information is passed down. I wonder what that looks like. Like, do they make ink from uh like a special plant or something, maybe? Um,
Maybe it's donated from squids.
oh,
And
could totally be donated from squids. That's really cool. Yeah, and then the pages are probably, like leaves or things like that.
hmm
That's neat. I like that. Okay. Well, let's go look at culture and organizations. Want to tell us about those a little bit?
So this might be my favorite item in all subsections. But we have the Redwood of Knowledge org, which might go through a name rework, but
Hmm.
it's the thought that the redwood trees have knowledge stored within the rings of the tree itself, and that
Mm-hmm.
you can like kind of fetch like maybe there's been knowledge that's been imparted into these rings every year that
Mm-hmm.
people can read and like understand back. I think it's so cool.
Yeah. Maybe they could be like ring keepers or something. I don't know. Um,
Ring keepers. Of course they are. And we have the Garden, which is the best educational program for saplings, which are young dryad folk. And then we have the Tide Pool, which is the best educational program for the droplets, which are the young naiad folk. I love that little concept. It's very visual in my mind of what that would look like.
oh yeah, totally.
Then we had the Then we had the Reefs, which was an underwater association. I don't think we know exactly what their job is, but I think it's a very cool concept. I'm excited to delve into that.
Hmm.
And we also had the Legend of the Mother Tree. It still exists, some say, and it is hidden underground somewhere.
Okay.
When I thought of this idea, I thought of the tree literally being upside down, like it grew in reverse, and that all of its like little roots are sprouted up, and it just looks like a dead forest because it doesn't sprout leaves. But there's like all of these upside down roots just poking out into the air. I don't know if
Mm,
that's actually how it is going to be, but that's what I pictured in my head.
that's really interesting. Okay. Cool. So that's our culture and organizations. Let's go on to landmarks. So we have a few things that are landmarks. We've got the sleeping giant volcano that haunts the horizon, and we tied that together with the Redwood Road, which is a trail of fallen redwoods that leads up the mountainside, and no one remembers how it got there. It's it's been there for a long time, I guess. Uh, and we have Seashell Seashore, best surfing spot ever. We have the Bleach, which is a dead reef zone that most people avoid. I think we said that maybe that the Underwater Association might frequent a place like that. That's what we were talking about with the Underwater Association. It's
Mm.
like maybe there's a something of a criminal element that maybe, deals in fringe behaviors that most people here don't. But maybe there was something. Maybe it's like an offshoot of a political organization or something like that. Anyway, um, then we had Titus, the tallest redwood in the forest, which we also decided is where the monarch resides. Um, and we had Bark and Current, the local shop for your brewing needs. So this is where you like remember all those recipes. This is the place where you get the stuff for those. Okay.
And then we had people, and people was an exciting section for us. We had a
It
lot
really
of
was.
ideas.
Yeah.
We had Timber and Selah, the traveling matchmakers, because romance is very important. How you go about that. We
Hmm.
had Salty and Fern, the old
Swalty.
dryad and naiad. Salty,
Yeah.
yeah, Salty.
Swalty. Yeah, that's what
They
I said.
teach this.
Swalty.
Salty,
Swalty.
yeah. These two have been friends for as long as the redwoods can recall, and they teach the sister schools for the saplings and droplets. I'd like to see one of their nights where they are prepping their lesson plans. It'd be cute. Then we had
Yes.
Gnarly or Kyle. Maybe they're friends. Maybe it's the same person. Is a random person who keeps stealing people's acorns. Like, don't they know how offensive that is? Not chill, Gnarly Kyle.
Very true. Yeah.
Then the one that just was genius is Bill Nye the Brewing Guy. Is Katie in chat? I gotta check.
Yes.
Amazing, Katie. Thank you. And then we had Seed, an ex sapling that never got big.
Aw. Seed.
Seed, no.
Feel bad for Seed. All right. So that's our people, and then we also put together a pretty extensive list of goodies. So, and this was interesting because we put some of the original goodies back into the list, and some of them just didn't flat out make the cut in terms of votes. But that's okay. It doesn't mean that they are necessarily going away. But we're going to evaluate our goodies, our items of power for our beacons and Vi for sure, based on some of this. So we've
Mm-hmm.
got the Sliver of Memories, which is like a sliver that comes out of a redwood and may contain multiple, like a lot of rings, and you get like you can merge with it and yeah, and get all of the memories that have been stored in that. Such a cool idea. We had the stick of truth and the coral of love, which are both spin the bottle type things that are meant to see if two lovers are meant to be, depending on if they are naiads or dryads, I'm assuming. Yeah. Then we had the dead reef blade. No additional context. We had the melding ring, which I think was meant to allow ring keepers, is that what I said? Ring keepers to meld with their redwood and implant the memories or read them. And then we have the matchmaking contact card, very important.
Very.
The book of failed recipes. I mean, someone has to know the ones that fail, right? Otherwise, they could just keep
I
trying to make them.
wonder if failed could potentially mean dangerous.
Oh, I like that idea. That is a very cool idea. Yeah. And then we have the Shell of the Whispering Winds, which is an OG item, actually.
It's the only one that made it through.
Yeah. Yep. But it did. It did. So, what do we want to do? Do we want to look at our realm and see what we want to put in there?
Yeah, we should probably review what the original was and then change all of it.
Or review it and change all of it. Yes. Love it. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, so the rising age for this realm used to be this stunning, bountiful land is flush with nature. Rich forests and rivers give way to golden plains and lakes. Here, dryads and naiads live in harmony beneath the ever summer sun. However, contention lurks between fresh and salt beneath the serene surface, clashing over the deltas between river and sea. Their secret battles erode the land and leave behind shallow marshes, uninhabitable by both wood and water spirits. Naiads aren't the only ones fighting amongst themselves, as the dryads struggle to find a leader in the forest. The mangrove dryads sought to bring the naiads to their side, settling along embankments to keep the waterways clear. However, this only strengthened the roots of oaks hold on the forest through an alliance with the clans of birch and fir.
Yeah, I get the feeling that we didn't really know what we were doing yet with the rising and falling age at the time that we put this together, because
Mhm.
it sort of feels like a falling age description, but
Little
not
bit.
not entirely, but it does a little bit for sure. Yeah. So I think we can do away with like all this contention and whatnot and really lean into the like slice of life idyllic, like the Shire type of place where the most difficult thing anybody's going to come across is whether or not their cow wandered into somebody else's pasture, right? Not to say that we have cows, but you get the idea. Yeah.
100%. Their
Yeah.
dandelion fluff is fluffing all over the place.
It definitely is. Yeah. I do like that word. I do like that little bit about the ever summer sun a little. I don't
Hmm.
know if it's just those words that I like, ever summer sun, or if it's yeah, or if it's that whole section, but might play with maybe rewording or keeping some of that. But I think a lot of this can just go. What do you think?
Do you want me to move any of this to the falling age in case we want to use some of it?
We could, yeah, we could move it to the falling age, although I think we do have a pretty strong contention for what's going to go in our falling age.
Oh, well, I'll just delete it then.
Yeah, good.
To here, right beneath the ever summer sun.
Yeah, I think so.
Boom, is
Oof.
gone.
Oh, words are
Killing the
cheap,
darlings.
folks. Yeah, words are cheap. Hmm.
All right. Do we like the way this starts right now?
Well, we've talked about there being like a mountain. We've talked about. I haven't ever heard mention of plains anywhere. I feel like this is
Yeah.
forest. This is like forested with maybe a mountain, lots of ocean, lots of river, marsh, stuff like that, right?
Perfect. Love it. This forested continent is webbed with rivers.
Yeah, let's get the river web in there.
All right. So I'm gonna just start from here then, maybe. Maybe I'll just start down here and we can just rewrite it, not lose those words.
Yeah.
This forested continent is webbed with rivers
Hmm.
and surrounded by an ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Feels a little literal and not so pretty.
Um, what if you start it with beneath the ever summer sun,
Ooh, love
and
that.
then let that flavor the rest of it. Like, how big is the forest?
Forest fuller. Yeah, great question. What if we said a forest sprawls across a continent?
Hmm. Yeah.
Across the lands? I don't think we've used the word
Let's
continent
just call it
anywhere
across the
else.
realm.
Love it. Capital R, lowercase r?
Yeah, you choose.
Okay. I kind of want to say a decadent
Ooh,
forest.
yeah, I like that.
Uh, we said nourished by a web of rivers.
Yeah, a web of rivers and other waterways, or a web of rivers and waterways, maybe.
Love that.
Yeah.
Uh, shadowed by a mountain dubbed the Sleeping Lady. What is it called? What did we call it?
Oh, I'm looking. Hold. Sleeping giant.
Do we want to say shadowed? Maybe not. I thought shadowed kind of gave it a little bit of an ominous hint, potentially.
Yeah. Um, a vaulted peak surveys
Ooh.
something.
The land.
Yeah.
A vaulted peak surveys the land.
Near the center of the realm. I know we've said realm twice now, but we can fix it.
Yep.
Uh,
From the what if we said surveys from the center of the land?
of the land, yeah. That's
Maybe
good.
not.
I mean, we said
Okay.
land earlier too, so surveys. Oh, I see. A vaulted peak surveys near the center of the land. Yeah, let's do that. Surveys all from the center of the land.
A peaceful giant. We don't have to refer to it anymore if we don't want to. We could just do a period.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we could do like the sleeping giant.
Yeah. It's forested slopes, something, something.
Ooh. A comforting blanket for the sleeping giant.
Yeah, try that. That's kind of fun. Remember, this place is supposed to be fun.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A
Okay.
little bit of nonsense.
Yeah. I like that
Okay.
enough.
I feel like I've got.
We can probably delete that first section now. Do you think?
I'm here for it. Not that part. This part.
Yeah.
Okay. Volta Peak surveys all from the center of the land. Its forested slopes, a comforting blanket for the sleeping giant. Here, naiads and dryads.
Oh yeah. Let's get into the people. Good idea.
And naiads. Frolic.
Yeah. Well, they're not really frolicking, are they? They're more like chilling, kind
Pastoral.
of, right? Like,
They're
what is
vibing,
it?
bro.
They're vibing, bro. Yeah. They're toads vibing. Um, hmm.
They live in harmony
Yeah, they do.
with nature.
Yeah. And each other. Do we want to talk a little about about each of their domains?
Sure. How do we want to say that?
I don't know.
In the
We
forest
could
domain.
pull in some of the landmarks and things. So we've got
Ooh.
Titus, the tallest redwood. We've got the Redwood Road leading up to the thing. We have the Dead Bleach Reef in the ocean. We have Seashell Seashore. We have the Bark and Current. Ooh, I don't know that we have to mention Bark and Current in the intro, but I really like that. I
Sure.
think I'm excited for that to be a place.
Me too.
We could also talk about the culture and organization stuff. So we've got the Redwood of Knowledge org. We've got our garden and tide pool for education. Could maybe bring that up if we wanted to.
What do we want to call the Redwood Knowledge Organization?
Yeah. I don't know. I had my one idea. I don't know that that's the Ring Keepers.
Oh, right.
Could change it though. I'm not.
Stately redwoods are revered in this forested domain. Uh, I probably shouldn't use the word domain if I want to use the next word, maintain. Maintained by the ring keepers who store memories into each year into the newest ring,
hmm
into the fresh growth.
Sure.
Is tree ring one word? It's apparently not.
No.
Okay. Let's fix these words now that I put garbage down.
Stately redwoods are revered in the forested domain, maintained by the ring keepers who store memories each year into the newest tree ring. Who annually store memories into the newest tree ring. How about that?
Yep.
I think that's good.
Okay. What else do we want to say about it? About the forest domain?
So question. Do the ring keepers, are they all naiads? Or are they all dryads? Sorry.
I don't know if that matters.
Yeah. Probably doesn't.
Who's gatekeeping these naiads and dryads? They're kind of doing what they want.
I think that's right. Yeah. Okay. Um, we could talk about how naiads and dryads come to be and their education system a little bit.
Sure.
And then we could get
I love
into
that idea.
slice of life, day in the life stuff of them a little bit.
Mm. Okay.
How
Do
do you
you
feel
have
about
words
that?
in mind?
I don't know that I do. I was just thinking, what are we calling them? Droplets
Mm-hmm.
and sprouts or something.
Saplings.
Saplings. Yeah.
Sprouts is maybe cuter than saplings. What do you think?
Yeah, we could.
I think
Could go
sprouts is
sprouts.
way cuter.
Okay. Uh,
Droplets?
droplets and sprouts. Uh, emerge. I don't know. I don't know how they come about.
Okay. I was just making a list down here of all the things to make sure I wasn't forgetting any of the stuff
Oh
you
yeah, we
said.
could do a list. So let's go through some stuff. So we talked
Let's-
about having. So we need to hit on the romance part. I think that's important.
Yep.
We probably should hit on the recipe books somehow. We can talk about the garden and the tide pool. We don't have to.
Okay. I'm going to
Um,
put it as a subsection.
okay, we've got the reefs. We could talk about the reefs if we wanted to give like some kind of color to this, like when we go to the end of like slice of life, but everything isn't always sunny, right? There are those that
Yeah.
lurk in the shadows of the bleach, right? Something like that.
Love that.
Uh, let's see. We may want to mention Titus or may not. Then we can get into. Really, then we're just talking like enemies and like goodies and stuff, items. So I think that's the majority of the big stuff. We could bring up Bark and Current.
All right.
Um, the Redwood
That
Road
could
is something
potentially
we could
be
bring up.
underneath nature crafting.
Nature crafting, Bark and Current, yeah. The Redwood Road could go in the mountain description if we wanted to.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And we've got Seashell Seashore, don't forget.
Right. We're gonna get angry comments on Twitter about that one.
Seashell Seashore?
Seashell Seashore.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't know if this sentence belongs here, but we're going to build off of it. All right. So if we had beneaath the ever summer sun, a decadent forest sprawls across the realm, nourished by a web of rivers and waterways. A vaulted peak surveys all from the center of the land, its forested slopes a comforting blanket for the sleeping giant. Here, naiads and dryads, set it backwards, live in harmony with nature and each other. And stately redwoods are revered in the forested domain, maintained by the ring keepers who annually store memories in the newest tree ring.
So we could flip that and make it about the ring keepers rather than the redwoods if you don't want a hard
Yep,
transition from dryads and naiads.
sure, let's do that. Um, logo like this: ring keepers annually store memories into stately redwoods. Is that what you're thinking? What is this imbuing?
Maybe they could annually imbue memories into the stately redwoods, a revered something something, either about the job or the tree.
The ring keepers annually imbue memories into stately redwoods. And then you said, which are revered?
I don't know if the ring keepers or the redwoods are revered or both,
Got it.
but they're both R words.
I don't know either.
Yeah. It's a question.
Both are revered.
Mm-hmm.
Passing down knowledge to the garden and tide pool.
Yeah. Or
I'm gonna
to
take out the forested domain.
or passing down knowledge to be I don't know, something I want consumed, but that's not the right word. By droplet and sprout, right? By the upcoming or the I don't know. I don't have words.
What if we did this? Both are revered. Both are revered. What is this phrase that I'm trying to think of? Both are revered. Saving the past to help cultivate future droplets and sprouts. Use like a nature word there, cultivate.
Yeah, that's good. I like it. I think help is unnecessary.
Yep. I hate that sentence for some reason. The transition from both are revered sucks.
Both are revered.
What if we just said saving the past to cultivate future droplets and sprouts is a time honored tradition? Just take out both are revered.
Yeah, or you could
Preserving the
say
past.
you could keep revered if you want, but put it at the end, like you were saying. So saving the past to cultivate droplets and sprouts is a revered tradition. Yeah, I like that.
What if we said preserving?
Preserving.
Do you like saving better?
Nope.
Preserving the past to cultivate future droplets and sprouts is a revered tradition. These memories
Is
will be
there a big?
distilled down to be taught.
Yeah, I like that. Is there a big ceremony? Is there a revered tradition?
I think so. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think there's absolutely a festival.
there you go.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How do we want to say that? Preserving the past to cultivate the future. Revered tradition, celebrated, comma, celebrated by
Hmm.
a huge
Yeah.
festival. Why do my words suck today?
Celebrated in the festival of. We've used so many R words, but I'm going to drop another one. Remembrance.
Love it. If I can spell
Yeah.
it. Brents, take out the E. Remembrance. Okay.
Oh, I like
Amazing.
that. That's kind of fun. Okay.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. Glad that came together.
Hmm.
Then something about that being distilled down to the garden and tide pool.
We could, or we don't have to force it. You know?
Okay, let's not. I'm gonna
Um,
take droplets and sprouts off.
yeah, we got that. Uh,
Okay.
cultivate future droplets and sprouts. Well, actually, uh, we could say something about like someone merging with the tree and to get a fresh, like, historical take and run it into the school at the beginning of every day or every year or every whatever.
Oh.
Right.
Okay, I think that's sick.
Okay. It exposes a little bit more about like some of the ability structure and things like that, but I think it also
Mm-hmm.
it could be made to sound cool. So
I
pretty,
I
whatever.
100% agree. I don't know where to start. Preserve. Should we put it in the middle of this? Preserving the past to cultivate the future. Is it before then?
Rainkeepers annually imbue memories into stately redwoods, preserving the past to cultivate future droplets and sprouts is a revered tradition celebrated in the Festival of Remembrance. Uh,
We could
I
say
don't
something
know
like
if it.
here, like a chosen keeper merges with a tree.
Yes. How often does that happen, though? Is that also annually? Or do they like,
I
or
don't know.
do the teachers go to the tree every day and grab something new that they can go and take back to the students and teach them?
That's kind of cool too.
Yeah. Maybe there are multiple trees.
So then
We
if
haven't really said, we actually imply that there are multiple trees. So maybe they're like
we
at different
definitely
points
do.
where different communities are. And so they're
Hmm.
doing their thing and then they're going to go in and get like the school nearby is going to go to the nearby redwood. They're going to get the memories, come back, teach.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Where will we put that sentence?
Yeah, I know. I think it feels like we transitioned away from preserving the future into Festival of Remembrance, and then it'll be weird to drop right into what I just said. So there's a
Hmm.
couple of ways we could handle that, right? First one would be, we could can the Festival of Remembrance for now, or we could like sync it up to the top sentence, the first sentence instead, right? Imbue memories into stately redwoods celebrated in the Festival of Remembrance. That could work.
Okay. I like that a lot. I'm happy to do
Okay,
that right now.
let's try it.
Okay. We probably need a connecting word there.
Yeah. So in the Festival of Remembrance, uh, past cultivated is a revered tradition, and celebrated by the Festival of Remembrance. Yeah.
Right?
In the Festival of Remembrance? During the Festival of Remembrance? I don't know.
I like during best, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, preserving the past. There is something about this that bugs me still, and I don't know what it is. Preserving the
Yeah,
past
it's
to cultivate future droplets and sprouts is a revered tradition. Preserving the past to cultivate to cultivate. Uh, I think it's honestly.
this preserving of the past
Uh,
allows teachers to merge with the trees.
there you go.
God, if only I was typing while I
This
said it.
this preservation of the past.
Thank you. Allows teachers to gather fresh memories.
Oh, I like gather. That's fun. Yep. Gather fresh memories.
Fresh moments of history.
Fresh moments. Yeah.
Gather history to cultivate droplets and sprouts.
Cultivate lessons
Yes.
for droplets and sprouts. That's the part that was bugging me. I didn't like cultivating droplets and sprouts. I want to
Yeah.
cultivate lessons.
This
There we
preservation of the
go.
past allows teachers to gather fresh memories, fresh moments in history to cultivate lessons for droplets and sprouts.
That feels pretty good.
These lessons are taught in schools of garden and tide pool. We'd leave those out.
Yeah, I don't think we need it.
Okay.
I love the garden and tide pool. I just don't know that we have to say it here.
I think we're
I
gonna
think
put it in
we,
Secrets of the Realms.
for sure. Yeah, and maybe that's where
Yeah.
the Redwood Road goes as well, right? Those
Mm-hmm.
things go in Secrets of the Realms. But here, I think this is really good, and we can now we can sort of transition into uh, what are the grown dryads and naiads doing? How's their
Yep.
life? What are things like for them?
I almost feel like that paragraph should go before this one.
It could. Let's do it.
We'll just write it and we can redo it somewhere else. We can move it. We can always drag it if we want to.
Okay.
Um, what are the naiads and the
So,
dryads doing, Will?
okay, well, they're romancing, clearly, right?
Clearly.
Uh, they're recipeing and nature crafting,
Mm-hmm.
probably surfing. Some of them might be criming a little bit.
Maybe a little bit of crime.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Gentle crime.
minor, yeah, gentle crime. Yeah. Like they're,
Some people just
you know,
really haven't understood the concept of like people having things that are just theirs. What's that?
yeah, yeah. They're hoarding the pearls. I don't know. Oh, that's really bad. Okay.
Okay. So, do you want to write this one or should I keep soldiering on?
I could make an attempt. Let's see. The Empress. All right. So, I'm thinking Shire, I'm thinking, you know, okay. Uh, nope. I want to talk about that, but I want to approach it differently. So, how do we make this centered around the people? I feel like everything here is centered around the people. So, when uh, when
Life here
grown,
is a
oh
ooh,
yeah,
when grown,
life,
yes.
okay. When grown, uh, life revolves, oh, around, uh, finding gentle companionship.
Ooh, gentle companionship is so sweet.
I feel like it's a sweet sort of place. You know what I mean? I mean, we've got
Hmm.
some pretty rough realms, but this feels, I don't know. Life revolves around finding gentle companionship and uh I don't want to say mastering, but I want to something about,
Happy crafting.
furthering happy crafting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh I'm writing it now. Hmm. Happy crafting and creation of new and exciting recipes. Okay, so that's trash.
We can always fix trash later.
Yeah, it's definitely trash.
When grown, life
How
revolves around
does
gentle.
Oh, well, of course it's extra trash because I didn't even bother to like delineate this series, but life revolves around finding gentle companionship, happy crafting, and the creation of new and exciting recipes. Hmm. To share with friends and loved ones. A little better. It's still messed up, but the perfect ingredient may be the only point of contention among these peace loving people
People.
for months on end. And that'll give us an
I
in
love
to
this.
our criminal element, actually, right?
Hmm.
Because they're the ones who are keeping the perfect ingredients if when they can get their hands on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take out recipe and nature crafting.
Okay.
I think we've mastered that. Do you think we covered romance?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I just hinted at it. I think we can get a little
Mm-hmm.
more into it. Maybe like dig into the matchmaking or something. I don't know how to do it. I couldn't, it wasn't coming to me.
What if we did?
We're gonna have to rework our adventure.
What if we said something like this? When grown, life revolves around finding gentle companionship and happy crafting. Period. Romance is taken very seriously, and oftentimes official matchmakers are called upon. Official matchmaking services are needed. Required to find your one and only.
Yeah.
Others devote their time to the creation of new and exciting recipes.
How about that?
Love it. We could do, in fact, the perfect ingredient may be.
Yeah.
Then that kind of like shows the romance and shows the importance of the crafting.
Mm-hmm. I
How do you
like it.
feel about that?
That's
Okay.
great.
I'm gonna take romance out.
Okay.
If you feel like we covered it well enough.
Yeah, I think so.
What about slice of life? Do you think that was covered?
It's close. Yeah.
Okay.
I do
I'll
think
leave it
we
for
need
now,
to
just so we
I
can
do
go.
think we need to hit the reefs and the association potentially.
100%. I was actually
Yeah.
thinking,
I think that could be the spark of something that um grows big in the face of like overwhelming threat like a volcano, right?
mhm.
As well. Like there's a like they find it within themselves. Oh, things are really bad. Well, got to make the best of a bad situation and kind of up their crime game or whatever at that point.
100%.
Yeah.
I think
Because
actually
not
the fact
everybody
that we
pulls
just did
together in the face of an emergency, right?
they really don't,
Yeah.
sadly.
Unfortunately.
Um, I think that the transition from the only point of contention for months on end would be a good space to go into the reefs and that bit potentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could. Let's see. So we've got, yeah, the reefs and the bleach, right? That was the place. Maybe we don't mention their place. Maybe we'll put that in the secrets as well.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Um, the reefs are the only people known to have access to some items. And this is, I don't know. How's it viewed? Viewed with skepticism?
Mm.
With let's make it like let's soften it.
Neighborly outrage.
Mhm.
I think that outrage is such a harsh word, but I think it's relatable.
Yeah.
It's like, can you believe that, Karen?
Yeah. I think that's okay. What else do we want to add? If we wanted to
Do we want
continue
to talk about
slice of life, we could say something about surfing maybe.
Mhm. The traveling through the waterways,
Yeah, yeah, that too.
lazily floating down rivers, or surfing the high waves?
Yeah. You want to take it? You want to try it?
I can try it.
Okay.
Should I go like when not romancing or creating? I'm just gonna write garbage. We can fix it. Romancing or creating or crafting. These happy go lucky folk are basking in sunshine, floating lazily in the rivers, or surfing. What'd I say? High seas, big waves.
Yeah, surfing, uh, the big rollers.
Okay. When not.
Tending their gardens.
Hmm. Tending their gardens is a large source of pride.
Yeah. I think I can have underwater gardens too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like tending their gardens is a large source of pride is a weird sentence. Tending to their gardens is taken. Gardens are a large source of pride. Many spend their time cultivating them with great care.
Yeah, you could do that. I think where I was coming from a little bit is the sentence above is got like bask in the sunshine and then everything else is water. And so I was trying to pull in
Mm,
another not water
got it.
specific thing. And then we can talk about the gardens being a huge source of pride. I think that's really cool. I like that a lot.
Okay.
As neighbors often compete in, you know, um, I don't know, monthly vegetable size contests or something. It's that sounds really bad. Let's not do that. But you get the idea. Um,
Compete in flowers and crops.
yeah. Uh, I mean, we need to make that sound more friendly, I think. Compete can
Oh, of course.
can have an edge. Let's see. Uh, What if
often
they what if they
compare.
share? What if they share instead? What if they share their best with their favorite friend or neighbor?
Oh, that's so cute. This is disgustingly sweet. I'm getting cavities and diabetes over here. When they are not romancing or crafting, these happy-go-lucky folk are basking in sunshine, tending to their gardens, floating lazily in the rivers. I'm just gonna take the out. Or surfing the big rollers. Tending to their gardens is a large source of pride, as neighbors often share their best flowers and crops.
Yep.
This place must be protected at all costs.
Hmm.
Last sentence, may their ever summer sun never fail.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
well, we already went through the Ever Summer Sun. I guess you could do a little bit of mirroring. That wouldn't be bad. Let's do it. Let's end it with that.
okay. What did I say? Never fail?
Yeah. There we go.
All right. I know we didn't technically cover all of this, but I
That's
think we
okay.
did pretty good.
I think we got some good stuff here. It is it
And
is
it's
very
long.
saccharine. It is very saccharine. But
Yes.
I think that's good. We need something like this.
Fully agree. I think we definitely keep their essence at +2. How could they be anything else?
Yeah. What's their funny? We're gonna you'll see. You'll see.
Don't worry about it. Oh
Uh,
man. Should we review
okay.
powers?
Oh, we better. Yeah.
Or do we want to go to people first?
We could. We have people and we have items that we could look over what we've got versus what we have in our list. So yeah, let's look at the enemies. I'm curious.
Okay. So this one's the saddest. Blood Debtor. Your oldest friend and you ended up on opposite sides of a rare, violent conflict. When the dust settled, their youngest sibling's blood was on your hands, and they will never, ever forgive you. You probably don't deserve it. Oh no! It's so sad.
Can you imagine that happening here? Just terrible.
It's a really intense enemy.
It really is. Uh, what do we want to do? Do we want to keep it?
I kind of do.
Okay.
We could also move it to another world.
We could. I'm looking at the people really quick to see what we've got here to
I
work
am
with.
going to just reorder these to be in the right order. Because that is violent. It belongs beneath violent.
For sure. Yeah.
I think a grieved grower could be altered a little bit. I'm just going to say this out loud because my brain is yelling it at me. Instead of predicting the prime growing season, maybe you accidentally trampled on somebody's garden and it was the last surviving seeds of that plant.
Oh. Yeah, for sure. Let's do that. I'm going to go reorder some of these other sections really fast. Put them in the prime order. Yeah. Okay, they should be all updated now.
I don't know how to phrase this. I'm just going to leave that as an idea for now. I'm worried that seedlings is going to sound like sprouts, and they're going to think that we killed their kid.
No.
The garden.
There you go.
Neighbor's garden squashing new seedlings. To your horror, you learned they were the last of their kind. Never to be grown again. Katie, no. Did you look at people? Did you find anything fun?
Yeah, I
What'd you
did.
find?
I mean, I don't know if we want to use one of the primary people that got voted in for that, but I think we
Sure.
could use uh like marsh toes or burl or uh Genja the Swift or Fordolph the Sun-Soaked or yeah, pretty much any of those would be probably a good fit for this person if we wanted to give them a name. I think most of our people
For the
actually
aggrieved grower.
for the aggrieved grower, yeah. Um, I don't think it's Kyle. Yeah, I don't think it's any of the ones at the top because they kind of all have a thing. I don't know. What
Should
do
we
you
put it
think?
in like this? Burl, the aggrieved grower, like
There
that?
you
Or
go.
not
Yeah.
necessarily
Oh,
Burl, but just like insert name here.
yeah, we could do it like that.
Which character?
No, I do like Burl.
Okay, Burl, the aggrieved grower.
And then at the end, you could say their outlandishly violent streak has you worried. About what they might do.
Uh, their outlandishly
Oh,
violent streak.
has. Or you could say worries you.
Got it.
That's more direct. I like that.
Yeah.
There we go. We got Burl.
Their outlandish violent streak.
Their
Outlandishly
outlandish
violent.
violent streak, yes.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
They actually both do work, but I think outlandish violent streak is better.
Okay.
Kill that adverb. Okay.
Do you want to read glamour for us? What's here currently?
Yeah, we have a righteous ruler. Once you were called upon to represent your people in a claim against the naiads slash dryads, and your failure resulted in a call for your permanent detainment by the ruler. You're undertaking these trials to win back their favor and they'd be just as happy, but they'd be just as happy to lock you up. Some of this has to change. But I do like the idea of you being on the trials to win back favor or to make right a wrong or something like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. But I think the whole representing your people in a claim against the other group, I don't think fits anymore.
Would it be funny if we had it be Timber and Sela are making you do this before they'll recommend you for romance, since this is glamour?
I think that's perfect.
We could call this indignant matchmakers.
Timber and Sela, the indignant matchmakers. Yes.
Okay. Uh, what did you do? You've
Katie.
angered the only people who can help you find love. Timber and Sela are furious. All caps.
Yeah.
Or would it be funny to say quite cross because it's less aggressive?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay. Quite cross with you. And have demanded that you show your penance. Penance?
Penance. Penance.
By undertaking these trials?
Yes. It might be pay your
And
penance. I
then...
don't know if show works with penance.
Okay.
Yeah. By undertaking
You
the relic trials.
the relic trials.
How do they know about the relic trials? Should be interesting.
Maybe Timber and Sela are future or past beacons. Now they guide hearts together. Instead of
Yes.
guiding the
They used to
realm.
guide the realms, now they guide the hearts. Got it. Yes.
Do we need to put that in there? Or is that in Secrets of the Realms? Never, ever, ever anger Timber and Sela.
Yeah. Because
They were
are secretly they are secretly badass.
We'll give them in just like absolutely ridiculous stat blocks.
Oh my gosh. That would be fun.
They get eight speeds. Oh, Will! That should be one of the mystic things, is that you get a permanent +1 to your speeds. Like one of your mystic abilities. Yeah, we like be mysterious, be violent.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'll go add a to do for that.
That'd be sick. That could be a really good violent one.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. You hope to win back their favor. I am cackling over this indignant matchmakers.
It's great. Okay, got that note
Okay.
in.
We've got Burl the Aggrieved Grower, Indignant Matchmakers. Is there anything else we need to add to the Indignant Matchmakers?
No, I think it's great.
Okay. Blood Debtor. Is there anything we need to change about this?
Uh, Blood Debtor, your oldest friend and you ended up on opposite sides of a rare, violent conflict. Oh yeah, we read this before. When the dust settled, the youngest sibling's blood, was on your hands, and they will never, ever forgive you. You probably don't deserve it. Maybe we should change it to forgiveness. That's otherwise I don't have notes.
Okay. Cryptic. Confidant. When your relative came to you with a secret, you thought you'd be able to keep it. That was until they drew back the veil on a coup that would have rippling effects for generations to come. Turning them in was a difficult choice to come to, but it was the right thing to do. However, their hateful gaze still haunts your sleep, as well as their promise to get even.
I do have one thought about the Blood Debtor. What if we gave them a name as well? What if that is Finster?
Oh. Oh.
That's the one that if
Sad.
you aren't friends
Always
with them,
friend.
you clearly do not surf.
Okay.
And you do surf.
You do,
You do
sir.
surf.
You should be friends. Your oldest friend, Finster, should I say the naiad or anything like that? Or just let people
Yeah,
insert how they
I think
wish?
it's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, I got looking at the name and I thought that would be a good one. Okay.
I love it.
Yes, confidant. Let's see. Well, the coup thing isn't really accurate. That'll have to go.
Yep. What's a
Uh,
good cryptic one? What if you were supposed to keep their recipe book, but you showed it to a friend and they spread it everywhere?
ooh, Bill Nye the Brewing Guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When Bill
I think
Nye, the brewing guy, came to you with their secret recipe book, you thought you'd be able to keep it safe?
yes.
Delete this.
Yes.
Do you want to words this one? You want to work magic?
I don't know how much magic I have. Let's see what we got here. When Bill Nye, the brewing guy, came to you with their secret recipe book, you thought you'd be able to keep its secrets?
I was picturing like you were keeping the book
You were
itself
actually holding
for
the
like
book
a
for
time
them?
period. Yeah, for like maybe they were going on a
Uh,
journey or something like that and they couldn't take it with them.
in a freak merging accident where you were attempting these words are bad, by the way, to
Katie screaming, betraying Bill and Chai is killing me.
uh freak merging accident where you were attempting to uh store away the book's uh, your favorite recipes. The entire volume was lost. Forever. Oops. That's not oops.
Ops.
Ops.
Oh man, what is Bill Nye gonna do to you? Is he gonna hunt you across realms? You have to gather recipes from all these different places and send them to him? Is that like a side quest people have to go on? It almost
Maybe.
feels like most of these are troubles, not actually enemies.
Because people aren't really very enemy-ish here, you know?
Yeah. Maybe we just
What
need to double
if
trouble them.
maybe we just need to double trouble and and get rid of enemies. You don't get enemies here.
You don't get enemies here. Why would you have an enemy from this realm? Oh, what
No.
if you're in the
They
falling age? If you are the seeker, you get an enemy. If you are in a rising age, you get double trouble. That's too finicky. People are never going to remember that.
Ooh. Yeah. I think I kind of like the idea of no enemies though. And I think I'm okay
Okay.
with it for the falling age as well.
Okay.
Because even though like our main struggle is going to be against nature, not against other people,
hmm
right? And so, yeah, there is going to be an other people element, but that's a very small, like, side element, I feel like. How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty happy with that actually. So do we want to look at trouble and then come back down here and do like double trouble and then just edit these people to be troubles instead?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We can do trouble one and trouble two, basically,
Trouble
right?
1 and trouble 2. All
Yeah.
right, trouble 1. Are we good to keep going? I know we're at like close to what we normally break at.
I think we have about a half hour.
Perfect. All right. Trouble numero uno. Pollution. Your home, either grove or body of water, was tainted and lost. When spending the last of your essence, you feel that corruption beneath you, between you and your element. Test essence to use your power as normal. Oh, do we do that still? Do we test essence still? I guess we could.
Technically, yes,
On
we
a full
could.
failure, your power fails and you lose the last of your essence. On a partial success, your power fails. On a full success, act as normal.
I don't think that actually, I think that's broken. Not broken in a bad way necessarily. I just think the full failure and the partial failure are actually the same, even though they're worded a little differently.
Well, on a partial success, you just lose the actions. Um,
Okay.
so it
Yeah, all
doesn't
right.
work. And
So
then
you
on a
still
full
you still
fail,
keep the essence. Got
you
it.
still keep the essence.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah,
We
that
can
makes
even
sense.
clarify that.
I think this is still all right. I mean, there's not a lot of
Okay, let's
pollution
leave it.
around, but for a like let's say it's possible, right?
hmm
Um or you could reframe it a little bit away from pollution and into like uh something more climate changey, something like your favorite, you've lost the connection to your favorite thing which has gone extinct, or I don't know, pick another word, but something like that. Extinct, you could call it extinct, or something that is like that. And then you could say you sometimes you keenly feel the loss rather than feeling the corruption.
Mm, I
Um,
like that.
yeah, of you could call it like your touchstone or something, your touchstone of your element, the thing that you love the most about it or whatever. You have memories of it
So you're
growing up.
suggesting we call it extinction or
Um,
extinct?
we could try that. Yeah.
Let me know if I'm doing the wrong. I'm just throwing words around here. Your
That's all
home,
I'm
either
doing
grove or
too.
other body of water, went extinct. How does that happen to a body of water?
You could make it at your reef. Uh, perished. Yeah, there you go.
You feel the
Loss.
was trying to think if there was like a sorrow or another
Yeah.
word that I could use in place.
Keen sense of loss. Keen sorrow. Keening. I don't know.
You feel a keen sense of loss between you and your element. Test
I don't
essence
know
to
if the
use your
between you
powers.
and your
No.
element is necessary. You might be able to just
Okay.
kill that.
Take that out. Test essence to use your power as normal. On a full failure, your power fails and use the last of your essence. On a partial success, your power fails, but you keep the essence. On a full success, act as normal.
I think it's okay.
Okay.
I mean, we can clean it up a little bit, but I think it works. How do you feel?
Concepts there.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it.
Okay.
Acclimated?
Accustomed to the ever summer sun, you react poorly to disadvantageous weather. This is perfect. This is still great. At the beginning of each trial, draw from the trial deck to determine the weather conditions on glamour cups. Whenever you make a glamour check, test with disadvantage because you be grumps. Perfect.
Perfect.
I think that's great. How do you feel?
Let's leave it. I like it a lot.
Okay. Homesick?
Homesick? You are always in need of a token to recall the realm from which you sprang. Without wood or water from home, you suffer a sense of despair and must check one life condition of your choice upon losing your token. This check may not be regained until you gain a new token. You have to go back to your homeworld?
I think that one's pretty
That
great too.
that's so good. I would mess with somebody so hard with this.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be able to like leave the trial until you regained it. Like if somebody took it
Mm-mm.
from you, you're hunting that person down.
Oh yeah.
What about cryptic?
Voice of the wind.
Mm-hmm.
All your life, you've sworn you've been able to understand the wind. The way it rustles through the leaves or ripples the surface of water means something. No one else believes you. The wind doesn't speak in words, but distracts you at the worst times. Once per hazard, the oracle may require you to test with disadvantage as the wind distracts you. I think that's still good too.
Great. Let's leave that. All right.
Yeah.
So Troubles 1 is done. Troubles 2. Should we take another peek at these or do we want to let these sit for a minute?
I think Troubles 1 are good. Troubles 2, we need to add a mechanical effect. They don't have one right now
Okay. Yes.
because
Okay.
they were enemies, not troubles.
Mm-hmm. I was just wondering if we wanted to let it sit for a minute or if we wanted to tackle it right now.
We could let it sit and go to something else. We could go look at the items.
Let's look at items for a second.
Okay.
Shifting staff. Swift with a simple command, this gnarled staff can change its shape. A tool of convenience. Impressively sturdy, this ironwood can be used as an oar, a crowbar, or whatever tool the beacon may need. Slow action. The beacon may choose to imbue the staff with essence equal to their essence total. This essence remains stored until it is used. As a sudden action, anyone the beacon chooses may use that essence so long as they touch the staff. Wait a minute. Can they battery power this between trials? Like if I
Mm-hmm.
had 3 essence left over, I could imbue it, go to the in between, refresh my essence, and go into the next trial with potentially like 11 essence.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick. I love that.
Mm-hmm. I think it's actually a really good item.
It's so powerful that I'm actually pretty pleased that the basic option is kind of basic.
Yeah. The necklace of pearls or heartwood beads has a slow action. 3 rounds of potential. 3 rounds of potential. Oh, yes. Words. Good, good. Gleam with subtle power. Returning a pearl to water or heartwood to soil grants a beacon a gift in return. Replenish all of their essence as one or as a free action for yourself or a primary action for someone else. A free
That's
action for
old
yourself
verbiage.
and a primary action for yeah, that's way old. Once this item has been used 3 times, it is no more. Replenish all of their essence as a sudden action for yourself.
Yeah, if we want to keep this.
Yeah, I gotta be honest,
I'm
this isn't
kind of
my
down to get
favorite.
rid of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm kind of on the get rid of this thing.
you're on team no necklace. Okay,
No necklace
good.
of pearls or heartwood beads.
All right. We could slip in the Book of Failed Recipes here. We could slip in the Matchmaking Contact card, the Melding Ring. I mean, the Matchmaking Contact card is pretty sick, I bet. Sliver of Memories. Uh,
This is a glamour check or glamour
so it could be
item.
the one of the sticks. Stick of Truth or
Could be.
Coral of Love. Is that
What kind of effect would that
helpful?
have?
Yeah, that would be interesting, right? See if 2 lovers are meant to be.
I'm kind of curious about the matchmaking contact card, honestly. I just want to summon because canonically Timber and Sela are old beacons or retired
Uh-huh.
beacons.
Uh-huh.
Bringing them there with the contact card would be sick.
Yeah. Yep. Let's do that. I think that'll be great. And it fits the theme of this realm much better now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Let's rewrite this mofo.
The matchmaking contact
Matchmaking
card.
contact card. Um, it's a piece of bark, right?
Yeah. Or shell.
I actually really like it being a shell. This inscribed shell is imbued with unbelievable power. What should I say here, Will?
Uh this inscribed shell is your direct line of contact to the unfailing, we need more adjectives. The
Unfailing, all-knowing.
The all-knowing, the love-finding duo of Timber and Ciela. Yeah.
This inscribed shell is your direct line of contact with the unfailing, all-knowing, love-finding duo of Timber and Ciela. Or should I add the in front of all of those?
If you're going to go there, might as well go there.
Might as well do it all. Okay. Slow action.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Probably to summon.
Yeah, for sure. Summon the matchmakers.
Matching contact card. Matchmaking. Matchmaking contact card? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What do they do when they get there?
Well, they find love, of course.
Once, in matters of love, Timber and Selah get critical success.
Could there be a combat effect to that? Like, that's sort of a charm effect or something for... I don't know. We could do it. We could make it be multi-purpose.
Yeah, we could totally do that.
Let's go with matters of love first, though. I think that's a good start.
Okay.
Keep going down that thread. I was just heading off
Matters
another
of
branch.
Love. Timber and Selah. Treat. How do I want to say this, Will? What is getting a critical success going to look like? Do we want to do a critical success?
We could treat them like a summon like we do others, and the slow is just to get them there. And then they can do stuff once they're there.
Okay.
Maybe we could do that.
All right, slow, summon.
Yeah.
Then what?
So you said... Let's call it Let Love Rule.
Of course.
Yeah.
When giving advice, treat their words as a critical success.
Yeah.
What's the other option? In a terrifying show of violence, Timber and Selah seize one hazard and drag it into another plane.
You aren't...
We know where you need to go.
We have the perfect companion for you. We know why you're so grumpy. You just haven't found your perfect companion yet.
Oh dear, you're not in the right place nor the right time.
I actually like that a lot.
Okay.
It's pretty cheesy, but I mean, that's kind of this realm's gag. So
They have
let's
nonsense.
let's lean into it. Yeah.
What if we made a requisite that the hazard has to have a life damage on it? A tick on its life clock.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't have to. That's probably too finicky.
So I think that is also a slow because they have to like assess and figure out what the
Yeah.
perfect thing is. So it's a slow to
Mhm.
summon them and then a slow to do that. Two
Yeah.
slows, but you can get rid of a hazard. So that's pretty powerful. It's gonna cost some essence for that.
It's gonna cost hella essence for that.
Yeah. And they leave.
Yeah.
So you can't let them let love rule.
Mm-hmm. They pull the hazard into another realm?
To
Into the nether?
wherever their perfect match may be found.
Declaring the right companion for them. They see. Nope, I already said sees. They pull the hazard to wherever their perfect match may be found. This hazard is considered defeated.
Yes.
This has to be like a once a trial. Right?
I don't know. Let's make it
How much essence?
3 essence.
Just 3? Okay.
Plus two slow actions.
True. That's true.
Yeah. I don't think that's too bad.
Okay.
So you can do let love rule in wrong place, wrong time, like indent them one more time, maybe.
Oh, great idea.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not what I'm trying to do. There we
Yeah.
go. Tab.
Nice.
What? How fast is let love rule?
Oh, swift. Don't you think?
Yeah.
And free. Or is the summon free? And that costs 1 essence.
The summon is free.
Okay.
What could they do though when they are summoned that's not free? Can they?
Berate you for pulling them here for no reason if you aren't spending essence.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. Everything comes at a cost, dear. What are you talking about? They're actually from the Fool, but they're wearing masks that disguise them as people from the right realm. The Mr. Timber and Sela goes deep. Crying over here. Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
I'm
I think we
gonna
can,
okay.
yeah, we can let that sit for a minute.
Seed or egg of potential? Swift, when striking an enemy with this item, they are embroiled in a stupendous growth and they lose all hazard effects remainder of this clash. Bruh, Swift! Nice. The trees, vines, octopus, squid. We could have just said tentacles. That results will leave a new egg or seed when the hazard is resolved. For 1 essence, this new egg or seed is immediately available.
I think that's still really cool.
Okay.
I don't know why. And I know it's not very silly, but it's kind of silly.
It actually is.
Yeah.
That's actually the silliest one out of all of them, in my personal
Okay.
opinion.
We could rename it, I think, maybe.
It's
I think the name is the only thing I don't love about it. The rest of it I actually really like.
Grabby hands.
Hmm.
Be still. What should we call it?
Uh, maybe it comes from a recipe somehow. I don't know. Oh, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I must have bumped my muted up my button.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
sorry.
I was saying, what if they were like incubated things? Like we can call them incubators. They're like in little clay pots, and so when you throw them, you do it, and then you have to use your recipe book to like re-incubate, put it in a new pot.
Mm-hmm. So how do you get another one for 1 essence?
It always drops or leaves a new little thing to do. I don't know. Good question. You use your magic to condense it back down into the incubator.
What if we, instead of having it be, well, maybe it's 1 essence and it's also like a steady action, and you have to like do the magic, like you said. Yeah.
Okay.
Like it doesn't feel free to do it again for another Swift. You
Absolutely.
do that 4 times in 1 round for 3 essence. It's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I want it.
You may have it
All right.
if you play the Empress again.
So I like the idea of it being like something that's stored in a little jar or a little pot or a little, I don't know, something. But I also like it being something that you like grew from a recipe or something, right? I like that a lot. Better than it just being I think that goes to theme really well with the new realm.
See, and I was here thinking that the incubator pots are made from a recipe.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Do you want to write this one?
Let's see. Incubator pots.
Incubator vessels.
Huh. Oops.
You really said yes to Wessel.
I almost did, yeah. Uh, and striking and interloper with these with one these containers. They break open and embroil their target in stupendous growth the hazard loses all effects for the remainder of this clash. The trees, vines, octopus, squid that result will not leave a new egg when the hazard is resolved. Maybe the crafted may be harvested. Ah, yes. For materials. Ingredients. Allowing the beacon to create another when not faced with an immediate hazard. For one essence, they may summon the presence of mind to vector the new concoction immediately. Okay, that's garbage. How do we fix that?
Oh boy, hang on. Let's do this. And do a description here, maybe. Clay pots containing a sliver of life. Choose between a seed or an egg. What do you think of that? And then we can do the actions. These containers, they break open and broil their target, suspend its growth. The hazard loses all effects. Is there a problem with saying tentacles?
No?
Okay. That result.
Should we just say uh yeah, I was just leaving it open to flavor.
Okay. The that result may be harvested for ingredients, allowing the beacon to create another when not faced with an immediate hazard. There is something strange about that sentence, but I think editing can come later.
Okay. I'm good with that.
I like this. I like this a lot. Um,
And we did fix,
Cryptic?
I think what was truly broken about it. So,
I agree.
okay. Yeah, cryptic.
Should we look at
The shell
cryptic?
of the
Okay.
whispering winds. Swift, the winds of wood and water roll forth to do your bidding. This may be as simple as fetching things for you and turning the pages of your books. Oh, such a delight.
What
Uh,
a delight indeed.
love a little wood and watery prestidigitation. Steady. The winds may also knock down or incapacitate essence spent number of foes until the end of the clash. I still like this.
That I don't like the way that's phrased though.
That's true.
Yeah. Was there any item that we like better than this one? Or should we just call this good?
I think it's good.
Okay.
I do like some of the other items, but I feel like they're more story based than
Mm-hmm.
like character helpful, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Sweet. Do we want to review the powers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Will of the Elemancer for fortune. Slow. Wood or waters forms into essence X number of beings that do your bidding from near or far. Each can soak one condition to defend a beacon before dissipating. Swift. When attacking, draw one trial card and test essence. On a success, deal a tick to a hazard's condition clock, and the elemental being dissipates.
I still love those.
Yeah, they're so
They're
cute.
they're super cute. All right. For glamour, we have manipulate elements. Swift. Your element aids you and those you choose by helping to rearrange the environment in your favor. Pay one essence to enable two people to take an additional speed point this clash. Ooh, 2 for 1.
2 for 1.
Okay. 2 for 1.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
That's
you spend a
OP, actually.
Swift. Well,
And
you
an
have to pay essence
essence.
too. Yeah. So it's not unlimited. If it was just 2 for 1 forever, that would be a thing. Yeah. Okay.
I like that it's
Um,
kind of helpy. I think it matches
yeah.
the vibe of this realm.
Oh, totally. Yeah. You're always going to help other people. Why wouldn't you?
Elemental blast.
Mm-hmm.
A steady. Tendrils of vegetation or water/steam strike out against the hazard. Draw trial cards equal to X essence spent. Each success deals 2 ticks to a hazard's condition clock. 2 each? So if I get a full success? No. If I spend 5 essence and I succeed on all 5 of those, I'm dealing 10
For
10
5,
ticks?
you won't succeed on all of them.
You won't. I could.
It's possible.
What are
Pretty
you what are
pretty
you
chancy.
testing with though? Do you have anything that you're adding to the card? Are you adding your cryptic? Are you adding your violent?
I don't think so.
You just draw the cards, you with no things, and you just
No
roll.
bonus. You just
Okay,
roll a
cool.
d20. Yeah.
And I think that that's great.
Okay.
High risk, high reward.
Yes. It is possible you could get all 5 of them. Pretty low
It's also possible you
odds.
could fail all 5 of them.
You
You
could
could
fail all 5
all
of
you
them.
have to is it one roll? Because if you're doing one
Yeah.
roll and you just roll a
One roll.
19 or a 20, you're screwed.
You failed all of them. Yeah. Lost 5 essence.
Because the cards alone only go up to a total of 15.
15.
So
In the
they
best of
have like a
circumstances, yes.
20% chance to just fail everything.
Yeah. But they also have a pretty good chance to get them all if they roll like between a 1 and a 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's yeah, high risk, high reward, like you said.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Ultimate elemental defense. Sudden. Create a personal elemental defense for 2 individuals. Your element soaks 1 incoming condition per 2 essence spent for each person defended. I'm not sure I like the wording on that. I think what it's saying is you can create it for 2 people, and then for 1 incoming condition per 2 essence spent for each person defended. Yeah, that feels spendy. Super spendy.
Very expensive.
me.
Very expensive.
Yeah. So we probably want to rework that a little bit.
I also don't know if I love a defense thing like this for cryptic. I feel like we could do better.
I think we could probably do better too. Yeah. Any ideas? Is there something melody we could do, like with the memories, or
Oh, what if you could meld yourself into like a tree or into a body of water and become big?
become big? Ooh. Hmm. Yeah. 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 Let's do it. I love that. It's great. A
Okay.
big
I don't know what that
representation of
does.
whatever the element is. You become like a giant, like, pick an avatar, right? And you
Yeah.
become a giant of that made out of the element. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Go. Yes. Okay.
So much excitement. How do we
I
write
still
this?
I actually still like the name Ultimate Elemental Defense, honestly, which is kind of
Okay.
weird. But we could change it. We could change it to uh Ultimate
Beginning.
Elemental Merge. Ultimate Elemental. Oh, we could just call it Ultimate Elemental.
Perfect.
Yeah. I don't think it's sudden anymore.
I don't think it's sudden at all.
Okay.
What if it's just slow to become the elemental, and then you have to spend 1 essence to sustain it each round as a sudden?
Yeah, we could do that. Um Using the ability to merge with your element, you form a tree or body of water into an enormous avatar of your choosing. can we say some examples? Giant squid. Giant quid.
That's just a large piece of money.
Yeah. It's like it's a 1 pound note and it's really, really big. Yeah. Giant squid. Um, a rock or
Ent is all I'm thinking of, but I know that we can't use that word.
tree folk.
Thank you.
Yeah. What's something else you could do with water that doesn't feel like necessarily water? It doesn't matter. Etc.
Yeah.
You form a tree or body of water into an enormous avatar of your choosing. With you at its center. These words aren't great. Okay. Yeah. What's this let you do?
Anything you want, Will.
Your what if we say okay, using your ability for we need to make a cost for 2 essence using your ability to merge with your element, you form a tree or body of water into an enormous avatar of your choosing with you at its center. You are impervious to death effects. How's that feel?
OPAF, and I love it.
And then we need to do some additional stuff. Until the end of the clash. Sudden. For 1 essence, maintain ultimate elemental for an additional clash. Can you do anything with swifts or steadies or anything like that? I think you probably should.
Probably
It's gonna
should,
cost.
yeah.
It's gonna cost, but what are you thinking?
Like a slow sweep or a blast. You're huge. Make use of your big size.
Mm-hmm. Is that a steady?
Probably steady, yeah.
Wow. Can't type the word force tonight. All right. Steady for 2 essence. Blast a hazard with the tremendous force of your element. Dealing 3 ticks.
2 ticks per success.
2 ticks per success on a cryptic test.
Cryptic test.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be a slow. That's the most powerful study. They can do that twice, Will,
You can do 4.
while being immune.
You're right, it's a slow. That might be it. That's already very powerful.
Beautiful.
All you can do is maintain it, and then you can do a slow action to do like a mega devastating attack. Where if you imagine doing that attack, imagine doing that attack with like, and you get a crit. You know what I'm saying?
That would be
Like
game breaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a small idea in the back of my mind about how we could like give the elemental its own like clock, and if an enemy wears down that whole clock, you exit the defense. You can like be forcefully ejected type of a thing, but you don't take that damage personally.
Yeah.
But we can think on that. We can also just ditch that idea.
Mm.
Are ejected. All
It's
of
up the
your
stakes.
essence, Will?
It's up the stakes.
Love it. Up. The stakes are at the roof. They're at the moon, Will. That's cool. Better
Yeah.
release it yourself before it gets to that point.
That's right. Yeah. We'll have
Wow.
to see
This
if
was
8 is a good
amazing.
balance or not. That's a fun one. That was a really good idea, Em.
We're
I
gonna
love
test the hell out of this.
it. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. Yeah, this is good. This is what we needed. Okay. I'm getting like I'm getting a little bit of Naruto vibes, but I'm also getting some Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is cool. Yeah.
I can totally see both of those.
Yeah. This is great. Love it. And I love that it's like, oh, this is just this little like just this cute little person from this happy little place, right? But if you piss them off, they will summon nature to rock you.
Mother Nature herself has blessed these little beings.
That's
Don't
right.
anger her children.
Yeah. That's
Honestly, it's too
great.
good.
That's great. I love it. Much better. Much improved. Okay. We're probably about out of time, huh?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Well, this was a lot of fun. I think we've really sort of reskinned this. I think we have some secrets things to work out. Probably don't have to do that on stream because I want to keep a few of our secrets secret.
Me too.
Yeah. Uh, Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Smash it.
Smash it.
Beat that algorithm. Cultivate the algorithm, y'all. Just
Yeah.
as if they were incubator vessels.
Yes. Uh, I think this is where we wave goodbye.
Okay. So long. Farewell. Go
Bye.
find a sunbeam.